I didn't even start recording yet. This man has a Supreme Goku. That's sick. Where the hell did you get that?
Get what?
The Supreme Coup.
Oh, you remember
that's
Rocco?
fire.
He's gonna dip. He's got a massive headache. He just messaged me.
Oh, fair.
Well, he messaged me
Alright.
like 5 minutes ago. I'm just seeing my phone.
All coming?
Yeah, where is Karl? He said he didn't want to miss it.
Karl said he might make it, but
Yeah, so let's message him. He might make it.
Yeah, that's what. Because he's just like, he had to do something. I'm like, PACMAN's coming. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna cancel.
who is anybody else coming on to?
No, I could bring more Dragon Ball figurines if you like, but that's all I got.
Yeah, we'll just have those as people.
Let me set up different mics, different cams for them.
I've been between shoes, this card game, video games, and then pops and statues. That's where all my money goes.
Yeah. Just the shoes,
enough.
man. Shoes are like $200 now, like for the nice ones.
Yep, and you can only imagine how much money I spend in this game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I told Jay. When the pandemic happened, I thought the game was gonna close down, so I sold my master collection for like dirt cheap, and then all the cards were worth money a few months later. I negged like 10 grand, maybe more. I said, "Fuck this, man." I was pissed.
Well, I started collecting when the pandemic happened, and I was only going to collect the cards to basically put next to my Funko Pops. So I actually had I sold them. I sold majority of my Funko Pop collection because I just got tired of having it gets bad. Pops are addicting. I don't know if anybody collects Funko Pops, but they're super addicting, and I had to have what I was originally gonna do was when I get my house, I was gonna do an anime room. I have an anime corner. I meant to set up over there, but my family's out in the living room right now watching TV and stuff. So I'm just doing everything in my room, basically where I do my YouTube. So I was gonna tell the story of Dragon Ball Z through Funko Pops.
Oh shit!
And it would have been it's something that nobody ever really did before. But it was just so hard to keep up with Funko Pop after Funko Pop after Funko Pop. And if you missed a release, they skyrocket in price. And it was like at that point, I didn't want to pay for something that's not going to hold its value as much, because I do think Funko Pops will eventually die like Beanie Babies. Yeah. But I do have 3 signed Funko Pops by voice actors, which I'm super grateful for. So I got
ones?
Goku. I have SS Blue Goku, signed by the English actor Goku. Chris Sabat signed
Vegeta.
Majin Vegeta, and then I have one by Majin Buu. And he wrote what I wanted on the when he signed it. So 2 of my favorite sayings, because Kid Buu is my favorite villain from Dragon Ball. And which is why I love the green deck, but I haven't played it yet because green's just so bad right now.
I was gonna say where the fuck? I didn't see this stack. Green's been bad forever. Come on, you gotta do it now.
Well, so I'm probably gonna sleeve it up just to play it, just to have fun with it. But with Nats coming on and getting ready for Nats. But he wrote the 2 sayings that he wrote on there was Dum Dums and Boo yeah. So if I can find I need a play mat with Boo like this, but the long way, so I can flip the mat and go like this up and down, so he looks like he's dancing.
You gotta hit up J-Bot.
Yeah. Oh, bet I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up for sure.
Yeah, because he could do that. Yeah, he's good.
Oh, but to go back before.
Hey, he made it.
That Karl?
He's here. He's here. We called. He said he was on his way home. He sped through the red lights. Cops don't listen to this part.
Yeah.
I'm still driving, god damn it.
Oh, here you go, Rojas.
Oh my god.
That deck looks sick foiled though, man.
Wait, is it done?
Yeah. It's foiled.
This bastard.
Perfect.
I do have to dip in 12 minutes, so
sorry for the late. It's my fault.
No, it's all good.
So I guess Jay will hit it off.
Well, I'm just gonna miss the Pac-Man stuff about his channel and everything, the promo stuff that we're gonna be doing at the end of it. But I'll definitely catch it at the when we release a video. Oh, but did you tell PACMAN we're gonna do that? Because it seems like it caught him
No.
off guard a little bit.
Yeah. All right, cool. So,
Yes, we're gonna
wait.
we're gonna do the blue and red, and then we're gonna do a PACMAN promotional thing.
Okay,
Whatever,
cool.
whatever we gonna talk about, you do promote your channel, promote what you do.
All right, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, here it is. Welcome to Team Berserk Talk number 15. We got a very special guest here. We got PACMAN. Everyone say hello.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
Yo.
pointing
Hey,
the wrong way.
Pac-Man.
I'm
But-
pointing the right way on my screen.
Fuck your screen. But
So this is the true Pac-Man episode now.
yeah, this
is the true Pac-Man episode because I'm here.
yeah, he even got the shirt too. But basically, we had about like 40 minutes before this. I'm gonna put this at the end of the video instead. We're gonna have maybe a couple clips at the beginning, but it was a lot of ban list talk, which is one of the topics for today. We're gonna go through 3 topics. We're gonna be blue and red reveal since all that blue is out now, so we can talk about it in pretty like we got a decent understanding what's going on. We're gonna be talking about red too. That was all completed, as well as PACMAN's channel, what he's doing, what he's got in the future. Let him have the spotlight there. And as well, we'll be talking about this ban list coming up. October 15th is when they're going to announce it. So that's this Friday. So might as well talk about some predictions and what we all think about that. And I know, Jay, you got to go soon. So let's start off with blue, since blue is the hot topic right now. It just finished last week. What is your blue picks? What do you like? What do you hate? Let's hear it.
Talk about anything I like about blue, just because I don't play a whole lot of blue. But what I do dislike is hit Battlefield Manipulator. That's a unison that could basically every turn, starting at turn 2, send the opponent's leader back to the front side.
Not at turn 2. Your opponent has to have 3 or more energy. So unless you're specifically
correct.
against like Kale, or you're against SS4 that ramps, or I guess Android 16, then that's out of the question.
You're right. You're right. So turn 3 at least, and we're in a format where you're getting to turn 3 100% of the time. So it just kind of, yeah. People are saying you're going to use it for the kill turn, but I think it can be really annoying with some of the leaders, like Gohan. Turn 3 you flip him over, he's going to stop drawing as much as he wants to. Yeah, he does get the whole awakening aspect, and he'll draw 4 cards again.
That doesn't bother your deck though.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't bother Sin at all.
Well, are you talking about hit, or are you talking about the flipping over?
The flipping over, like I think that if they flip Sin over, I don't think that hurts yellow Sin at all.
It does. If you let's say I'm on my turn 5, you go into your turn 5, you do the hit on my Sin. Turn 6, you've already taken away my turn 6 play, so I'm not going straight. I can't do that.
Okay,
So I can only awaken on your turn again.
But you'll have all your blockers still.
Yeah, but like on the
Depends on what the
unawakened
board
side.
state is. If it all depends on the board state. Against blue,
Yeah,
you
true.
have more battle cards on the board state. But with blue being the 4 cost play, which people do go into,
Right.
either you're going to be swinging with your battle cards, probably not, because you don't want to lose them, or you're just going to be swinging with leader, just drawing a card and going, okay, let's go for next turn and see what happens.
That's very situational though, because especially the only deck that I could see maybe pulling that off is Soul Striker against Sin, because you still do need to pay 2 for that hit, so you need to pay 2 and then pay 4 to go into Majin Buu, which if you're playing Sin into Soul Striker, I don't know how hard you're going into Soul Striker. I feel like you're just trying to win the attrition battle and just go to 6 and do whatever. So he and it's not a 3 cost unison, so he can't awaken off it.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's stupid good. Like that they didn't lock that to use 6. I think it's stupid good. And if Frank Newcomb was here, he would
Wet his pants.
Yeah, he would literally be like, well, you know how I was playing that blue-yellow hit card that flips the leader over? Now I can do that mono-blue for way less energy. Yeah, right. Android 18 lives on. I don't need to worry about Vegex anymore.
Oof. And it's
That
even
is
good
tough.
with SS3 too.
No, that's true.
Yeah, because you're restaying your 3 at the end of the turn.
Yeah, and it true, and like the unawake to go back to Sin and everything. Like when you go back to unawaken, you only untap one dragon instead of all your dragon.
Right.
But then again, he can play around that, right? That's
Again, when it comes to that untapping one, that's okay because this is happening on the opponent's turn. All your dragons are stood up, so then on your turn, you're making the decisions on what you want to do and how you want to approach the turn.
Mhm.
Again, I think this should have been archetype locked because
U6.
yeah, to U6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to say is just seeing that card printed, and people been saying SS3 needs to get hit because it's the go-to blue leader. Is I think that SS3 might be on the ban list or errated or something. Because if not, and with this card, yeah, like with this card, well, they hit Mecha twice, so I like with this card printed. I don't know, man. Like I think SS3 is gonna be. I don't know, man. It's
we all
blue. You know, it's too good. It's too good with SS3. Like you don't even need to awaken. You could play cards to self awaken, waken at 4 life.
but
You know, it's
we do got to keep in mind that SS3 does have a weakness, unlike Mecha didn't really have one, is that it has no hand. You're critting your life and you're bottom decking.
Yeah, but you get the draw card with the unison. You get the draw card.
That's true. That's true.
I would have to test it. It's something I would have to test. For sure.
oh wait, I was talking about Soul Striker.
Soul
not
Striker.
SS3.
Okay, I was gonna say
I
that's
was about
why.
to say,
Talking about
yeah.
Soul Striker. My
Oh,
bad.
so-
My bad.
Okay, yeah, Soul Striker. Then that's different because you get
Yeah.
when you awaken, you untap
Yeah.
2 and all that good stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with that unison, you play him, whatever. Like it's just too busted with Soul Striker. Like that's what I meant. Soul Striker needs to get touched.
So
But still, like-
for this ability, you're paying 2 on turn 3. You got 1 energy remaining. What are you doing with the other 2 energy? You're gonna be senzuing. You're gonna be untapping. You're gonna be extending your play, right? There was a unison that was released in a promo. It was the Ape Son Goku blue card, where
Right.
you had to tap 4 energy to draw 2 cards.
Originally it was 2. It was 2
yeah,
and oh no, we put the wrong effect on it. No, it's because everyone's bitching. Like, Jesus Christ, like apes, you had to at least lose a card from hand by putting it to the drop, then you draw 2. This, you can do that once a turn. Like that. Yeah, that's what people are like. Maybe it should be a higher minus effect, like -3, -4. So you're basically losing the unison. The -1 kind of is a little crazy, but if they just literally took it off blue leaders and just said U6, I think it'd be fine. Because then it'd be a
Yeah.
reason to play those U6 leaders, which we'll get into that after when we have our other blue picks, but obviously not as strong as other blue stuff we have.
yeah, it was one of my blue picks for sure. Because like I said, I want to try it in 16 only because I get that auto where I can add a marker to it when I arrive and I can arrive on my opponent's turn, consistently.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
pretty cool.
I probably would say, I mean, I guess my blue pick would be the Kaba, SS Kaba Proud Zenith. It's a unique dual attack and it's a blocker. And then it says auto when this card is played, you could draw 2 cards. Or if it's your opponent's turn, place one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less to the bottom of the owner's deck, and then switch 1 energy to active mode, 1 blue energy to active mode. Auto at the end of the turn, switch this card to active mode, so you can swing twice. At the end of your turn, restand. So now you got 2 swings and a blocker. And then it's an activate main battle for 3 energy. If there's 3 energy between you two, or 3 or more blue and or yellow cards in your battle area or combo area, play this card from your hand. So it does require some setup, but I just like the art of the card for the most part, and I do think though outside of the setup, it has some really good effects.
No, yeah,
Well-
that's stole your thunder there for a second. I'm just gonna go quick, but the one thing that I wish it also had for your opponent's turn was that bottom decking a card. If you could have the choice, like how the Wheelo stuff, remember where it was you can either like throw it to their warp or put it under your field card. I wish you could just put it under your leader, just to give another option for Kale to get cards underneath. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like
Yeah,
that,
that
I
would
think
be
that would be
spicy.
good. That'd be good just so that there's more, because it doesn't seem like there's enough stuff to put underneath the leader for Kale, and that Kale needs something underneath every single
Yeah.
turn.
Right, and I think you have to pay 2 energies now, or I can't find it real quick, but I think it's the cards that I saw, you had to pay 2 energy in order to put something underneath your leader, which is kind of bad.
Yeah, that's exactly. You need to pay 2 to put under a leader. But like my idea of that deck is that if you use like Union Potara and anything, and you use material to fuse, like something Union specific, like Zeno Gogeta, you can warp from you can fuse from warp or from your hand. Like the Union Potara for that leader should have been like when you use two materials to Union Potara, you put those material under your leader.
Oh, that would have been dope.
That'd be really, yeah, that'd be really cool.
But yeah, it's like maybe it's gonna be good, but for me, it's looking kind of slow on that blue archetype. Like as you said, paying 2 is so much just to put a card under it. Like it doesn't do anything. Like if you pay
Mhm.
2, put a card under and draw 1 card would be just perfect, because at least you're gonna get like pluses off of it.
Right.
Carl, what's your pick there? Or Frank, you want to go?
Take it off, Carl.
For real.
I'm not talking about your clothes. No.
I am.
Go for
Oh,
it.
oh, baby.
He's flexing now, man.
Oh man.
Awoken the bear.
For real, I don't really have a hard pick. Like the it is the one that like screams for me that it's so broken. But like I really like the fact of the Kaba you just talked about. Like I think this at the side of the Boojak, if it escaped the ban list, I think it's a good play. Like you can untap so much energy and have so much board presence and everything. I think like playing the 30k Kale, or the 30k Kale is pretty insane off of the, was it? I think it's off the Unison that you can -3,
Yep.
Yeah.
the Khalifa Unison. So it's pretty cool. And what's pretty insane about that Unison is that it doesn't state any color. So you can bring out the red Khalifa Kefla, I think, from Anniversary Box.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's a 30k and it's a red card. So I like the fact that you can like play through colors if like more future supports comes up. Like I don't know, U6 go back to green, like in the old days, and they get support. Like the thing that the Unison isn't color lock, I really find it interesting if more support comes up. But yeah, that may be one interesting thing about that Unison. And there's like I know there were some people talking about that for the Khalifa Unison, if you -3 and by -3 you're minus the Unison to 0. They were wondering if it goes under the leader, or if it goes to the drop area by game mechanic. So I don't know if that been covered in the rules section and everything. I think where most of the community is waiting for answers on that.
I think
Well,
the way that the rule is processed is you'd have to do the activate main, and you have to do as
Complete.
much
Resolve
of
as
the
much.
activate main, and then you go to the checkpoint of looking at what your unison's at in terms of markers. Then it go to the drop, but then if this is saying to place it underneath, I would think you could do this with 3
yes.
counters on it.
Same
Does
for
it
me,
say?
but,
Yeah. Does it say from your Unison area?
No, just say you may place this card under your
Then
leader.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Basically, that tells you right there. It's not specifying what area it needs to be in when you're using that effect. You just need to use that effect from your Unison area, and then that. I'm not 100%. I'm not a level 2 judge, but that seems pretty much what it should be, at least. But then again, we've seen a lot of rules that aren't what they should be.
well,
Right.
it feels like the same pattern when Galactic Buster went through before it got released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That
ruling.
that and the Young Invaders cards, when you put it on your opponent's side when they go from 5 to 4.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember there was a ruling where they said you don't get to draw. And then other judges were saying you can't stop an effect of a card mid through. So I mean I'm waiting on, I'll be waiting on the ruling myself so I can know.
Because like a lot of people were complaining is that when you're -3, you should be at 4, or if you're -3 goes to game mechanic. But like it screams if it's ruled like that way, it's like against all the card design that this card represents. So
No, because
I-
basically that's what you want.
Rosas on this.
Mm.
I agree with Rosas on this, and it's just going into the rules under the unison section and just walking through the rule book and saying, okay, what happens? The biggest downloaded thing I have on all my devices is the rule book. It's just something that keep popping up. I'm going from point A to point B. Someone messaged me about a ruling. I have to download the rule book again, and I'm looking at it.
Yeah, exactly.
You keep the flash drive on you and stick it in your phone.
Yeah.
Great idea. Great idea. But it might not be the most up to date then. Then I gotta still go back and make sure that
Oh
There
man,
you
that
go.
is true. That is very true.
All right, Frank, take it away.
All right. I chose some jank.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go with the one that I chose that may be the best out of the choices I made. One is the extra card Universe 6 combination. It's actually got some cool. I think this foiled will look pretty sick if they make an alternative art with like some whatever, it looks spicy.
We see
But
all we saw all the SPRs already.
No, I think that
Mm.
we had the spoilers. I don't know who posted it, but it was like out of like a card thing where it was like the multicolor SPR, like the Vegeta and stuff. It wasn't anything official yet for SPRs.
Is that a SR or SP or rare?
This
standard
is
art.
this is just a rare.
Oh dang, yeah. So we won't
Yeah, I
get an
want
SPR of that.
But
You
even,
never-
even
you
on
never
a full
know.
art like that, like the image that they got, looks like a full art foil image.
right.
Yeah, that's
It
what I'm
looks
saying.
pretty
You could
nice.
get this
Looks
foiled.
pretty
Like
nice.
this is gonna look sick. This is gonna look sick foiled.
Then again,
But,
all the cards they post now are the full art like foil versions, just so you can see like that's as cool as the cards again, which I still one of my favorite things they've done from this Union Sin Warrior block.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a counter attack. You can negate the attack, and then you could play up to one Universe 6 with an energy cost of 1 with its skills negated. So that opens up the evolve targets. Or activate main. This is gonna be good for blue as well. You could tap 1 blue energy and choose all of your battle cards with Bolt Saiyan and Universe 6, and they get 5,000 power for the turn. So if you got a good board and they can't flood negate you, you just tap 1 blue and all of your U6 that are on the field gain 5k. You know what I mean? So if you have a dual attacker, this is like a bean on your dual attacker,
And
but it
like
hits your whole board.
it could be good because like the old, if I'm not mistaken, the old blue yellow U6 card usually swarm pretty easy too.
Yeah, that's why this is good too. Is I should have kept my I used to have 4 of all these cards. I regret getting rid of them now because this card is pretty good. So you can negate, get a 1-drop, whatever blue Kale, and then you have the evolve. Because how the old cards evolve is when you combo it at the end of combo, it evolves on top of a 1-drop.
On top of yeah.
Yeah, so this sets that evolve stuff up, and if you're running sensu beans as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
one of
like
my
if you're going for a game, man, this is a staple.
one of my friends is a big U6 fan. When he got into the game a little after I started, he was asked me for all my U6 cards, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna play U6. Here you go. So
Yeah.
he's got all the stuff that I got, and then I was like, man, now I gotta buy all the U6 stuff again if I want to try it. And these actually came in the mail today, so I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so that's a nice card. And then I chose 2 jank. It's a common and rare. But if they don't touch Bojack, the blue yellow Aegis one, people could tamper with this just to check it out. But there's a 3-drop Champa right on time. He's got a double strike. If it's your opponent's turn, he's only a 2-drop. You negate the attack and play that card. You could negate with him, and then they attack again. You could Aegis with Bojack, and you could either do whatever, and then negate with him again. And he's got double strike. He's 19k. So it's just a double strike body that's a negate. So that's just like a little janky card. If they don't hit Bojack, I feel like he has potential. You could try him out, right?
People were talking about playing this in Blue Baby.
For real?
if
Yeah.
Blue Baby didn't get hit, there's no way they would have put these cards because
Yeah.
there's so much
Uh,
stuff where it's
'cause
counterplay,
He would
counter
have been a 1-drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He would be one.
The
Yeah,
hits,
I
too.
didn't even think of
all,
that.
all of them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
It-
if they come out with I'm not sure, and I got to go back and look at the pool. if there's a card that can give your blue battle card servant to where you could just be awake on your awakened side, you bottom deck them. That way you can just keep looping them at that point
Yeah.
because I think that Tuffle says now you have to have no battle cards on the field in order to reduce the cost. So it's a way. I mean,
Yeah.
Blue Baby, I think you shift it to a different play style now to where you either have to be able to bottom deck all your battle cards quickly so you can always have that, and B, you're going to go into a heavy extra card negate package, or do you kind of go make it a mill deck at that point, or something of that nature?
No,
See,
yeah,
that's
it's
the
really
thing with
hard.
blue too, is it has a hard time like closing out games or having attackers, right? And even in a mono blue deck, you can negate like Dimension Magic, and then he's open now because he's only
Yep.
2. So then you
Yep.
could now you got a double striker 19k to help you close out games.
And you
So that's
kind
why,
of drew a card. Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, like he has potential. Like even in blue yellow, if they don't hit Bojack, I wouldn't mind trying him out. The other one that I chose was Vados, right on time. So she's a 19k dual attacker. Same thing on your opponent's turn. She's a 2-drop. But she's a counterplay. So she says play this card, and if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, return it to its owner's hand. So in the meta after the ban list, if they play a lot of weenies 1, 2, 3 drops, she wouldn't be that bad with in a mono blue deck or with a blue yellow if they don't hit Bojack with the ages, because then you could hit those weenies. Now you got a dual attacker, and it just keeps the aggro up. It helps you aggro them down.
I
So
can see Karl's mind's purling a bit. He wants to say something.
go ahead,
No.
Karl.
No, for real. Like, I really like those counterplay. Even it's less powerful, but it's critical. So you can have a lot of good tools.
Yeah.
Like you can like counterplay with the 3-drop it, bounce a 3 or less, and then on your turn just EX evolve with the 5-drop double striker.
Right.
It's a counter attack too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. I just see potential in them. I wouldn't mind trying them out. Like in a blue yellow deck, I wouldn't mind trying them out. If they hit Bojack, they could still play in mono blue. You just Dimension Magic, take a life, or Sensu Bean, whatever would happen, and you can still play it. Yeah.
Soul Striker's gonna eat that card up, man.
Yeah, exactly. And the Vados one, in my perspective, is better too. Like I think it's the best one out of those counterplays because you could hit 3 or less, and now you got a dual attacker 19k, and blue runs Sensu Bean, so you could Sensu Bean, and now you got a 24k dual attacker. So it removes unisons, it puts pressure on leaders.
Yeah.
You know what I
Big-
mean? Like
big
it's not
body.
bad.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, I chose the janky, more weenie cards. I figured you guys were gonna go for the staples and shit, so I just picked
Right.
out,
I'll go right now. I'll go right now for the staple one that I actually think is pretty cool that they did. I'll talk the Kale leader. I think it's a good idea. It's the kind of it's like another SS4 ramp deck, but if you negate its attack, it doesn't matter. At the end of the turn, you're playing something. The only problem with the deck is we don't have enough stuff to bottom deck yet, and for like cheap
Put under leader.
Yeah, because you can't do anything about it turn 1, like as of right now. So
Have all the promos been revealed for this next set?
I'm not 100% sure. Which, if there is some, then we're going.
It's probably gonna be a promo.
And then we're gonna go into the whole thing where it's gonna be an expensive card just to play because U6 is popular, but. Whatever.
Yep.
The card that I want to talk about is the SS Kefla Unending Evolution that everyone seems to be.
I have it pulled up right here.
Yeah, the dual attack Union Patar for 2 when this card is played from your deck. So you want to play it from your deck. I think it's with the other 2-drop Kefla can play it from the deck, but you choose one card and battle area place at the bottom of the owner's deck. Which then again, that's another effect we could do under the leader. Like I don't know why they didn't do that. But the big thing, that's one of the promo ones. Yeah. So if your leader's Universe 6 card and your opponent has 4 or more energy, you may place this card at the bottom of the owner's deck. If you do, play 1 blue Kefla with energy cost 8 from your hand. and play it. Which there was a spoiler on a multicolor SR 8-drop. I think the other one, I think there was one more
Secret rare.
8-drop, but it's just like okay, but
You can
secret
play
rare.
a secret rare
Yeah,
on top of it.
that's exactly what everyone's talking about. It's like just play the secret rare. You rest. I don't even know how many cards you rest, and then you draw 4. Like it's just like why not? Why not? You finally have a chance to play that secret rare again. Even when it came out, it was still kind of like iffy to play, but
Secret rare's doubled in price since then.
Yeah, I think it's great. I honestly think it's great that
I've
they
sold
have
one.
something like
It's
that. Yeah. But that was my pick for blue. Let's go on to red. I don't know. Everyone's got a card here. I don't know. Jay, you want to go first again?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with SS Brawly Brutality Beyond Measure. Yeah, it's got a wall of text. I love the art, the SPR art, where he's crushing Go On.
Bear hug. Makes
me feel
cozy.
You're not talking about that evil play one, right?
Playtime, Karl. Playtime.
No,
Playtime.
so deflect double strike. Yeah, it could get hit by Zalmasu. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you have 5 or more red extra cards in your drop area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So it essentially becomes a 3 cost.
Let him Zamasu it. I'm just gonna sack it off.
You're gonna sack it off.
Oh, I was gonna say use Zamasu. You're just putting it into rest mode, right?
Yeah, put it in rest mode. I sack it off and I go into the secret rare.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, because the energy cost is reduced, right, to 3. Zamasu would send it back.
But
yeah,
you said it had deflect though, right?
Yeah, it does have.
Oh
deflect.
yeah,
there you go.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
You can put it in rest mode because it's the auto, and that's what we were talking about pre this, where it's like, if we do that, then deflect, it's safe, but whatever.
And you are right, because you could go into the SCR, and the good thing about the SCR is it has barriers, so
Yeah.
it won't be put into rest mode.
Nope.
And then auto, once per turn, choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. When you activate the activate battle skill on a red extra card with an energy cost, original energy cost of 3 or more in your hand or drop area, switch this card to active mode. If the card you discarded with the skill is a copy of this card, draw 2 cards and choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unison cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 35,000 power for the turn, which is insane.
It just makes you want. They're making you run more copies of this particular card now.
If you want the draw 2 effect, if you want the draw 2
if you want draw 2 effect.
But what could happen is, yeah, you could Zamasu it. You could still do the activate battle, restand this guy for a double strike swing, unless if you want to do the draw 2 and clear the board of something. Right. So you've got options with this card on what you want to do, but the biggest thing is the red extra card with the original energy cost of 3 or more.
Yeah, it's making a card that you might have ran a 3 of into a 4 of. That's the same. I think there is a blue card for the Kefla that does that as well. It's like, it's a way to filter that extra card in your hand that's a 1k combo. 1 cost 10k combo that you might not have the energy for, which I think is a good idea.
So lots of opportunity with this card. I think red is making a comeback of sorts. Yes, I know people are going to argue King Piccolo is still, in the top 2 tier list. But
yeah, I want my drum back so bad.
Hey, that'll be band talk about that, because I got an idea for drum if they were to bring it back. But PACMAN, what's your red pick?
My red pick is solely because of artwork. And I know some people that actually love Videl. Don't get me wrong, she is bae at times, but I like the Broly super combo. I think that card looks sick. He's just straight clotheslining her. It's simple sparking 5. It makes the red Broly deck playable because you can only play Broly cards. So that's my red pick for it as far as like my favorite art. I'm on board with Jay. I love the the SPR and the SR of that Broly. That's probably my red staple out of all of them, and I finally have another target to play my Broly secret rare that's just been sitting in my binder, because you can't play it in so many decks. If you play it in red Broly, the red Broly BR, it's a win more card. If I play it in Gogeta or Bulma, where I sack off the Gogeta, it's a win more card. This one here is actually allowing me to play this card to extend. It can still somewhat be a win more card, but I mean, I just get added. It makes the secret rare playable for me.
Carl, let's hear it.
I'll go with that Dark Broly.
Bastard.
Man, I find that card pretty insane. In its own deck, is really goddamn good. Like for real, having 3 extra card or more red extra card in your dropper and this card gain double striker is like so easy to do. Like usually you're gonna drop that dormant legend if you're playing with that old red Broly engine. Like it's pretty easy just to pull up. Like the +1 to just search top 4, top 5 to get an extra card is pretty good. Usually it's extra card with activate battle. Still, it's pretty good. And just like the auto when you open an attack with a battle card -2 markers, and that battle card just go -3k for each extra card in your dropper is pretty insane. I think it's gonna be easy. And like for real, you're gonna hate on me by saying that, but I'm gonna try this in Frieza Prison.
Thank you. I just wanted someone to say it. Everyone's favorite deck to
Well-
shit on, Frieza Prison. Now that it's got a super combo that's still like limit 1 or whatever, it's limit 1 super
And-
combos. What a great idea.
The crazy thing about it is that and I don't know if a lot of people thought about this, but that +1 in Frieza, if you played in Frieza Prison, because Frieza Prison didn't have a super combo, it has a super combo now, and I still think you play Kaba's Awakening. You can search Kaba's Awakening off of it because it has an activate battle. It's 3 or less, and then if you have a 19k on the field, Heartfell. Just Kaba's Awakening and then go straight into Heartfell. So like it has a lot of synergy, and I think it can be utilized in a lot of different red decks.
Yeah, because like there's no restriction around it. Like
Mm-mm.
the +1 limits you to get access to activate battle extra card.
Right.
But like still, I will try to run a few of those 3-drop extra card Broly just swooped into Freezer Prison, because I saw a few builds like you completely in Freezer Prison you completely drop the Frieza ending game with those 8 drops that just stop you for playing the game and everything. And like I think I saw some ideas of running like the set just before 14. We got 5-drop, I think blue Vegeta and 5-drop blue Goku. So you can
the red ones.
yeah. So you can easily play those Gogeta fusion that just don't get killed by effects on Freezer Prison. So I think it's pretty insane. And
Yeah.
like that unison just opens up the play where instead of playing that stupid Frost 2-cost unison blocker, you can I still play like easy, like getting a 3 red extra card in your drop with Freezer Prison is pretty easy. So you're gonna have a 15k double striker pretty soon on the field.
Which
So
is what
it
that deck needs. It needs some
Yeah.
early pressure because you can't really do anything until you're like past turn 4 or whatever. I know people
Yeah.
were going with getting to 6 was a big one. Getting to 6, playing chain attack, going into Bobbity because you need 6 mono red energy or 6 red energy, and then you go into like 2 Kaioken Son Gokus, which was I think that was the best version of that deck. But
the shits.
yeah, exactly. But having
But-
15 double, like having that on possibly turn 2 is pretty good.
Because like back in the day I tried like the Jiren unison, but still like waiting to turn 3 to drop it off. It's a good unison, but it's late. And yeah, and like Freezer Prison having his triple combo, like being able to like dormant, not dormant potential, but like to be able to violent race for 0 is pretty insane. To be able to deny of a hope for 1 is pretty insane. And I think there's the red extra card, the EX card with Goku Ultra Instinct on it. I think it's Omen something. It's pretty good. Like you take a life and do a kind of the
20k, you like
you can
if they
deny
play-
if you have a unison of a
Omen
specified cost-
Awakening.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. If you
Yeah.
have a unison of specified cost 2, it costs 1 less to do.
Yeah, you
And
crit a life.
and you create a life. But instead, if you have super combo that turn, you're just gonna like deny of rope for 0. That opens up a lot of plays. So I think maybe Freezer Prison is gonna be not insanely good, but it's gonna pop up again because it was a lot of a favorite
So you
for.
think it's gonna leave Rogue and go into tier 2?
It's not. It's just gonna go into Rogue. There's no way in hell it's in Rogue right now.
But
Not
I,
a problem right now.
I find it interesting because usually you're gonna last for long because you have a shitload of negate. Plus the leader can negate when you drop those Frieza army cards that you can only do once per turn. So like the throwing the Union fusion, the Gojira engine with the fusions late game, that you have a big guy that can minus on attack and everything, and you have a hard time getting rid of it, is maybe going to be a good idea.
Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank, hit her up.
So yeah, so I'll start with the jank card. I just seen this Raditz on guard. He's a 1-drop blocker. But he has an auto. Switch this card to rest mode when your opponent uses a skill to play a battle card with the energy cost greater than their current energy. You may choose that battle card, and it gets minus 15,000 power for the turn. So if they overround play the dual attacker, you could rest mode this card, and now he's only a 10k dual attacker. And then if you Yamcha counterplay it as well, then you KO that card. So it's just like a little tech choice. I don't know. It's
Wait, what you could do is turn 1 play this guy, turn 2 play another one.
It's not unique.
Yeah,
Bring down a 30k. It's gone.
I didn't even think of that. Actually, yeah. So if you could cheat this card out where you could play it for free, it's
But-
it's not
but
I
that
think
bad.
even for one, I think for free would be too
You
much.
don't need it for free. It's
No,
good.
for one, that card's stupid
I mean,
good.
you can play it for free. The question is, can you restand it in Red Jiren? Because the Unison plays any 1-drop for free, any red 1-drop. So I do like it as a tech choice.
Actually, yeah, with Jiren, I didn't think of that. Yeah, so yeah, it's
That would be sick if that card had barrier. That would be insane.
That'd be
Yeah.
so stupid.
yeah. If it had barrier, see that's
Block.
the thing though. Certain
That's why-
cards,
That's why drums at 1 now, because it
Yeah.
had barrier and blocker.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine you're playing like Xeno Gogeta or something where everything you play is like greater than your energy. It's just like, okay, great. Okay, this thwarting. Yeah, now it's 10k again. What else you got? Oh, yeah, the blocker. Now he's 1k.
So my second tech choice is Karl's favorite card coming out the new set. It's his favorite. Yeah.
About it every time. I've seen so many memes with this card, man. I've seen somebody put a porno.
they got to put Karl at his face at the bottom right there.
No,
That's
Oh
what we
my
need
God.
to do.
No,
Yeah.
you put
Team
Team
Berserk face at the top.
I got it, Roja. You put Karl's face in the
Tiger.
tiger's
You
face,
beat
huh?
it. You got it exactly. Only problem is the tiger's at my house from that one stream where it
Yeah.
knocked over all that
Oh
shit
my
that's
God,
gonna
it's
kill
still
me.
there.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just playing.
No.
So I took one serious tech choice for once. Vidal encountering danger.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, the SPR is right here. Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Red
it
hat.
looks good.
Shit, it still looks like
Honestly,
she's
it
alright.
just seems like we went from one card to another card to another card without actually touching on the demonic playtime.
Go no,
Well,
go.
He
Fuck
was
demonic
just a
playtime.
meme. Karl, you want to take it away? It's your favorite.
Well, for real, like what this card does in the Broly deck, like for 1 energy, it's pretty mean. Like for 1 energy, you can activate battle, draw 1 card, choose one of your red card. It gets like 10k power, and if it's a Broly, which is gonna happen, you're getting double strike for 1 energy. It's pretty stupid.
It's
I didn't
jump.
even read.
It's a
I
chomp.
didn't
It's a
even
chomper for
read
the
this.
deck.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I mean.
It's Champa for Red Broly since you can't play Champa.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-of.
See, when I chose this card, I didn't even read it. I just wanted to meme Karl. But now that I read it, I'm like, this is actually a pretty good card.
Yeah,
Um,
for the same amount, man, it's Champa and draw 1. It's pretty stupid.
And
Mhm.
it boosts the card. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Plus,
So-
So
It replaces itself. Double strike plus 10.
Yeah.
Not bad.
it's better than Champa.
Yeah.
in its own deck.
in that deck.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so the next card was the Videl. So it's a counter play. If you have a unison that's 3 or more, you could play it for free. It's a Spirit Boost 1. If your leader card is red or a Huron card, when this card is played, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and they get minus 20,000 power for the turn. So with red already having all these cards that can minus, with this added on, it's very, very strong. Like, I
The
find
fact
this
that
card
you have
really
access to this and Yamcha. Now, granted, you can't do both in the same turn.
good. Yeah,
That's pretty wild.
yeah. Well, the thing too is that if you play the Jiren Unison or the Gohank Secret Rare and you play this card, you're probably wiping whatever they have on board, unless it has barrier. But the Gohanks, when you play it, actually wipes through barrier, right?
And
So then
yeah.
adding this on, any card that comes on, it's like an auto and minuses it what 10k or something, and then you add this to it, they probably can't even stick a card to the board with that Secret Rare.
Oh,
So
Red actually needed this.
Mm.
Playing big 30Ks for the past, X amount of sets since Unison Warriors, even with Dark Brawly, Red had a hard time just removing 30Ks off the board. And something like this definitely gives them the opportunity to do so without putting in too much resources to remove a battle card.
That's the thing is there still is a lot of resources for this. You have to have a 3-cost unison. What good red 3-cost unisons are there? Jiren is not bad. Jiren's not bad. I don't think he's amazing. The one where this is supposed to be played for the Gohan, I guess you can play him turn 2, but it's with that Go 10 deck, so no one's gonna use it. Maybe for
Right.
fun, maybe I'll have to get Wen's Go 10. But
And I think the only other one is was it Sin?
I think
Sin, yeah, Sin's
Jaudat.
the first one that came out, and Sin is like, and the problem too is it's an auto Spirit Boost one, so you're losing a marker opposed to Yamcha. It doesn't ignore barrier, and the auto is when it's played, so it can be counterplayed because it's only a 10k too, and it's coming down for 3. So there's a lot of stuff that can stop it.
Promo card, just like they did with that yellow one, where the 3 cost counts as a 4 cost.
But that's what they did with Go. They already did that with Gohan, and then it's just like, come on, play the Go 10 deck. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think it'd be cool if you can get it down in Cooler Mill. Yeah, that's just another thing there.
Jiren or the Gohank Secret Rare with that and Cooler Mill is, yeah, man, you just said it. That's another mill too.
Then
for one
again,
free card.
you got to do this past turn 3, right? That's the problem, is getting there, and those decks that it really needs it against, like Xeno Gogeta, Dark Broly, not really anymore. Those things that have big 25, 30k, they're gonna have those out turn 2. They're gonna be smacking you in the teeth with them. By the time you get it out, it's like, oh yeah, good, I can just play another one now. But
Cooler usually could go pretty far though, because you play blue red and you have the Beerus super combo, the Cooler Arrival. So I think actually that card might be pretty good in Cooler Mill with Jiren or the Gohank Secret. I think I think you have to put it in a certain deck.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They didn't leader lock it or nothing, but you have to build it around a certain leader and deck, or it's no good.
yeah, it's not as versatile as it looks. That's my thought behind it.
Yeah, I agree.
And me, I'm gonna give an honorable mention to that Goten deck, because if you go through the cards and you read them, it's clear that they didn't know where they were going with this. Just to be
It's
clear,
true.
like you read this and okay, what it does, shit,
Yeah.
it's doing shit. I was hoping like to play that. I was hoping that it would be like good insane support for that Burnan that we got a few sets ago.
Stop
With
it,
like
Karl.
with like that.
He says, "Stop it! You touched him just now."
He knows I like Bernhan.
But I
I
like
missed that
it too,
card.
man. Like landing that SS3 Master Surpass Gohan that we got a promo back then, and that
Put that
like
thing in Napa.
yeah, and like that fatherly that father and family Kamehameha like with Goat and Goku and that Gohan. What the fuck? Like I was hoping for really good support for that, but
Right.
like they didn't know what they were gonna do with that.
Right.
I'll,
Disappointed.
I'll quickly finish off red here. My choice. It was gonna be the Unison Broly, the SR. But I'm just gonna go with trading Buddy Bubbles because I'll take as many Bubbles cards as you'll give me. He's basically a great ape at this point. You
He's a
draw,
god.
yeah, you draw one. And actually, yeah, fuck, his special trait is God. He's the monkey god. But
Are you serious? He's God?
yeah,
Dude,
he's God. That's his only tag is God. 'Cause they're just like, he's not an Earthling.
Him and Gregory are gods.
Hell yeah,
Well, it makes
Gregory.
sense. They're at King Kai's planner, right? Makes
So when he's KO'd, you just play one North Kai from your deck. Whatever. It's Bubbles. I'm glad he's there. But now we're getting to the good old Pac-Man segment of the night. Pac-Man, just fucking take it away. Tell us what you're doing, what's up, and then we'll get into the bands after this. I'll put all that ending stuff after.
Sweet. Well, guys, as you already know, I am Pac-Man. I have talked to Team Berserk a lot as of late. And playing in their fight nights and stuff. A couple of things. I have my own YouTube channel. It's kind of where it kind of started for me. It is called the Pac-Man Special. I pretty much have tooled myself in this game to create the Pac-Man Special, so that's kind of where the name came from. I just couldn't never solidify on the YouTube name, but since this game helped me get there's two cards that are considered the Pac-Man Special. One is Clash of the Masked Warriors. Sublet and Giancarlo have called that the Pac-Man Special, and I think that card is great as a side deck card. And then my favorite card as of right now is Commemorative Photo.
Has to be the first one. If no one knows, Pac-Man is the first one ever to get that on stream. It's recorded, everything's there. I even had some people talking shit. No, Spirit did it. Even he had to come and he's like, no, Pac-Man did it first.
Yes, I did it.
He's the one who smacked it down.
So I am actually that card will forever be in my sideboard. Because it's just cool. I think the card looks dope. I even took a picture with my car, my actual car like this, like commemorative photo type style. I'm also real big in the Hermit Style Discord. I'm one of the mods in there. I've officially been put on the Hermit Style team as well. So I'm a part of the Hermit Style team. I'm excited about going to Nats. It's the best place to be as far as this game and just being able to communicate with everybody, which is where I got the chance to communicate with Team Berserk. You guys were all in there. And then that's kind of how I, found you on YouTube and so on and so forth. So there's that. Now, as far as my YouTube channel, on my YouTube, I literally talk about sneakers, anime, and Dragon Ball Super card game. As you can see, I'm a real big sneakerhead. I love shoes. DBZ is my favorite anime. And as far as anime, I'll talk about anything. If people have anime that they want me to watch, I'll put it on my list to try to get it done. I actually have an anime episode coming soon. I'm going to try to shoot that with my cousin. I wanted to do it with my cousin himself because he's the reason why that I started watching anime. He kind of introduced me into it. But as far as just me itself, I'm one of the happy-go-lucky guys. I'm real positive. I enjoy this game. I enjoy the community that I'm a part of as far as Hermit Style, meeting you guys from Team Berserk. And yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I don't have anything else much to say unless you guys have questions for me that you guys want to ask.
Anime you watched?
I think you meant the first. Yeah. It cut out in the beginning.
What is the first anime that I've watched?
Yep.
Well, that's not considered anime. It'd be Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is definitely the first anime that I watched. And then going from there, it's anything that showed on Toonami when it came. So I have a Funko Pop of Tom from Toonami. Like Dragon Ball Z is like, people ask me, why do you watch anime? Because I literally watch anime and sports. I don't really care to watch TV. I can get the news on my phone, so I don't watch the news. And Twitter just gives you everything. So like you don't Twitter is the news. But as far as that, like, and the reason why I watch anime so much, it has so many life stories and so many things it teaches you, and how you can grow, and you can be a better person, or even it just teaches you a lot of stuff. So I owe a lot of my stuff that I've learned to Dragon Ball.
Man,
So-
for real, I can't stop looking at that shoe spinning.
Yeah, it's getting me dizzy now. No.
I'm sorry. It lights
Nah,
up.
it's cool.
It
It's
lights
cool,
up too. God damn. Are you planning to get those? I don't know if those are real, but like all those. Oh, nice. It's pretty sick. Are you planning on getting those shoes like with the color pattern of Dragon Ball Z characters?
Those are more so customs.
Okay.
I do want to get a pair. But as far as the Adidas brand, I am looking to find the Goku pair at a reasonable price. The price that I've seen resale, like on StockX and stuff, has been like, I want to say anywhere between $800 to $700. I'm trying to I don't want to drop $800 to $700 on a pair of shoes. I mean, the most I've spent on a pair of shoes is $250. And that's high for me. If I can't get the shoe at retail, it's not worth me getting. In my opinion. Now there is a particular shoe that I want that's considered a grail. Like, I have a pair of shoes in my collection that's worth almost $1,000 right now, and I never wore them. I want to sell them, but I don't want to sell them at the same time because they'll never release them again, and I kind of want to keep them.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Is there
So
like
I
a
had a
grading
question.
thing for shoes? Sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So for anime, they have Baki on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Did you ever check it out?
Oh my God, Baki's so lit.
Yeah, the first season was amazing.
Amazing.
But I feel like I think it's season 3. I didn't
Yeah,
finish it, but
it kind of went down because they kind of went into like a different story with like Muhammad Ali Jr.'s son, and
Yeah.
the whole thing was him to be strong enough to fight his dad.
yeah. Yeah. It wasn't on that mature level as the first season. The first season was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
So
And I don't know if you guys ever watch Baki, but there's an episode in there where
check it out.
check it out. There's an episode where this dude sticks his finger through somebody's ear, and it's like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's real graphic. But it's a good anime. I like it.
It's
it a lot.
sick. Yeah, the first season. Just watch the first season. That's enough. It's on Netflix right now.
It's called Bucky, right?
Yeah,
Baki.
Baki, Baki.
Yeah,
Oh,
Baki.
Bucky. Okay. Because
Yeah.
like in the boxing manga, I don't know if you guys know about Ippo.
No.
Jermaine no Ippo, yeah.
Yeah, Ippo is like one of the only sports manga I read, and it's this one. It's so technical. It's so really good. Like, for a boxing manga, I really like Ippo, but Baki, I never.
You got
heard
a
of
pretty sick manga collection. I think on one episode I saw you go back there and you grabbed one of your Dragon Ball mangas. Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
pretty
I
that's
have a
pretty
few.
sick over there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, back then I used to have the 72 tomes of Naruto, but I sold it.
Oh. Oof.
But like in there, there's the whole Dragon Ball Z collection. I think I'm only missing one, but it's the old one. It's the French one where they're all like different colors,
Okay.
Yeah.
flashy colors. Have like up to date Dragon Ball Super,
Mhm.
and I have Full Metal Alchemist. That like is a must of whatever you're gonna read the manga. You should
Yeah.
go to Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep.
And
That's a good
and
one too.
and one of the last that I'm reading right now is how's it called? Silver Wolf Blood and Bone. It was recommended from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist, so it's
Mhm.
pretty good. Like with vampires and stuff, it's pretty gory.
Right.
I told you Karl was gonna flex.
Oh yeah. Cool.
But the only other anime I recommend is Berserk. I never watched the actual anime, but I'm reading the hardcover deluxes. They're at volume 8 right now. And
No no pun intended, huh?
Berserk is sick though. If you never checked out Berserk when it comes to
Okay, yeah,
anime.
I haven't checked out Berserk. I'll add that to my list. Right now, I'm wrapping up that time I was reincarnated as a slime. That is a really good anime. I like that. I just finished season 1.
I thought you were telling me something like you were reincarnated as a
no.
I'm like, wait, what?
No, the anime is called That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
Oh, that's sick.
That's a really dope anime. I'm big into. Golly, what is that? Is that the whole Berserk?
We talking about fucking Berserk here? These things weigh a goddamn ton.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I didn't know you're into Berserk.
Are you fucking
There's
kidding me?
events.
Look at you. I got Jade.
you
I
guys are you're team Berserk. That's probably where
I
it
got-
came from.
I got
Oh,
J-Bot to
man.
make the mat. It was from Broly, but yeah, this is the only manga that I've like ever actually read hardcover. But yeah, 1, 2, 3.
They're
These
at
are
8
flexing
right
section.
now.
Yeah, so
books.
all these here, but yes, right now the last one I got is 8. Every time they come out, I grab them. This is the only like hardcover that I ever like actually read. Every other manga I have is just like an anime that I've watched. I just get like like my favorite moment from them. That manga, like JoJo's, I'm trying to get one from each part. Hunter x Hunter, I have my favorite part from that too, and that was going to be my question to you, PACMAN. Have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
Oh, by all means.
And the second
Hunter-
question that I have to ask everyone: has anime hit the same since?
No.
Yeah, that's the
Like
it fucking sucks.
Hunter and I talked to, and you guys will see me and my cousin talk about this in the anime episode. So Hunter x Hunter was ahead of its time. I really feel like, and from the research that I've done, he said he wants to finish the manga before he finishes the anime. He says the anime is not done. But I don't know if he's still working on the manga. So like I want to pick up the manga and read it. I've only watched the anime. But like one of my friends from one of my old jobs, she put me on to Hunter x Hunter, and she was like, you need to watch this anime. And it's crazy because I have a huge poster that I was actually thinking about switching this out for. But it's glossy, so like the light will shine off of it. But I have a whole poster of Hunter x Hunter, and then like, hold on, I'm gonna show you these shirts.
See,
But
I knew it.
A quick story between us. I got introduced to the Berserk anime. I started reading it, and then Jay asked me to join Team Berserk. I was like, I had to say yeah. Like I was going to anyways, but anyway. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Fucking Hisoka, of course.
Hisoka's my favorite villain from
This-
the show.
Like imagine any other
Hunter x
show.
Hunter, it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's spelled Hunter x Hunter, but I think it's just like everyone just calls it Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, but it's Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. You can watch the whole first couple of seasons on Netflix.
Yeah.
For real?
And then I don't know if you guys know who Outcast is. If you know who Outcast
Are you
is.
fucking kidding me?
Andre 3000.
I just want to make sure. But this is the Outcast
Oh, that's fucking
cover
sick.
with Gong and Killua. So like, Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite animes. It's top 5
No, for
sure.
For,
It's top 5 for sure.
What's your top 5?
You're gonna like Berserk then,
No.
because I'm not.
you gotta
mean,
read it.
The only
said-
anime I knew was DBZ. The only
Mm-hmm.
anime I ever knew was DBZ. I never really read any anime,
Mhm.
but I jumped on Berserk because someone recommended it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's that good, man. And it's really mature rated as well. It'll be probably maybe your top 5. Everybody who gets introduced to Berserk loves it.
I don't know because the top 5 is pretty solid right now.
Shoot.
So top 5. Number 1, Dragon Ball, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everything up to
Number 1.
Z. Super. I'm still trying to.
Same.
The power. It's the power scaling for me. You hold a lot of people in Super, and that were so good in Z, and I feel like I don't know what Toriyama did. And it's just weird to see the direction that it went. But now with this new movie coming out, I need them to catch up to where Z ended, because technically Super takes place after they fought Majin Buu, or Kid Buu, should I say? That's where Super takes place. And in the new movie, we saw Pan, which everybody's calling for a reboot Pan leader.
Eric
But
Stiletto.
Eric,
Yeah.
yeah, Eric.
yeah, so we saw Pan, and Pan looks the exact same age she looked when Goku left with Oob on his back at the end of Z. So hopefully this catches us up to that and everything's canon, and that way we can pick up and I can get out of Super, and I need Goku and his Master Gi. Like his Master Gi is fire. Like that blue and orange just hits way different than the orange the blue top with the like yellow orange pants hits different from that. So yeah, it just hits different.
Did you
Right.
notice that like the color pattern of that gi is the same color pattern as their Grand Prix?
Yes. So he's because right now he's in that gi, he's considered a master. So like we don't know how Goku got from there to there, but in Super is kind of explaining that because of him going Ultra Instinct, him mastering Ultra Instinct, and getting to where he is. So I just want to see how Toriyama's gonna tie it all together.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball Z is my number one. Number two, I'm gonna have to go with Hunter x Hunter. Number 3 is Naruto. Number 4 is Bleach, and number 5 is Full Metal Alchemist. That's my top 5 right now. But I have been breaking, and I want to put Attack on Titan in there. I'm ready for it to end completely so I can make my full final judgment on it. You also have Demon Slayer is another good one. Season 2 just started, so I have to watch the first episode of that. You have Promised Neverland. I don't know if you guys ever watched Promised Neverland.
I've heard so much bad shit about the second season. I watched the first season. I really liked the first season. My buddies watched the second season and they read the manga. They're like, dude, don't even try. It's so fucking bad. The second season, the first season, they agreed with me, really good. And I like different styles of anime, like just to go between. And that one, I'm just like, I'm not really.
You don't know?
I'm not really big on like children, blah blah. I like Berserk and that like heavy like R-rated shit. But that was one where I'm like, I actually got into it. It was a thriller. It was like you didn't know what the hell was going on. It's mind games, and then apparently the second season just out the window. The manga apparently still good, but apparently the second season they just throw it out.
I gotta watch the second season because I gotta finish it.
Yeah.
You also have One Piece. One Piece is huge, man. I like it's top 5 is just so hard because it's really a lot of good anime. But right now those were my 5. One Piece is good. It was another one that it was on the tip of my tongue that I was about to. Dr. Stone. I don't know if you guys have if you like science, you will love Dr. Stone. If you don't like science, Dr. Stone will seem very, very boring to you.
Manga Mythbusters.
Yes. But like that is a very good anime. I like One Punch Man. People give Boruto a lot of bad talk right now. Well, not right now, but early on, Boruto was bad, but Boruto is really good right now. Man, it was a very emotional episode. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but my heart was like, have you guys watched Naruto? Like everybody's finished Naruto?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Well, are you planning, Rojas? Are you planning on watching Naruto?
No.
Okay, cool.
It was not for me.
So everybody understands Jiraiya that has watched it, right? Like that hurt. There's something in Boruto that happens that hurts just as bad.
Yeah,
So,
it hurt.
like
The way it's went is pretty beautiful.
I ain't hear Jay. What'd you say, Jay?
I haven't watched Boruto yet, so let's not ruin it for me.
Okay, I won't say anything. Just know you have some pain coming. That's all I have to say. But like it's just there. I talk, and me and my cousin talk about it, and I'm probably gonna talk about it with him after I get done with you guys. But like, there's just so much anime, and it's wild how much anime that there is. My best friend,
Assassination Classroom looks really good.
Oh my god, that Tower of God. I need to watch. I watched Tower of God. I need to watch Mob Psycho. I need to watch JoJo's. I need to watch the list goes. He's mad because I haven't watched JoJo's yet.
You gotta watch My hair's literally
The-
gonna
the-
fall out now.
the-
But yeah, you gotta watch that shit.
Like the list, like my list is so long, and like everybody send me, and like even if you guys have something, just please send it to me. Like send it to me. I will put it on the list, and I'll do my best to get it done. Cause I have to step up my anime game because my cousin's trying to take away my anime card. Cool thing is this weekend, not this weekend, end of the month, Anime Con is going down in Atlanta, and I'm in Atlanta, so I'll be going to that. I'm actually dressing up as Toby, from the Akatsuki. So I'm excited about that. And then what else is there? Outside of there's Tower God, I said that, Mob Psycho. What is it's another one. Fire Force, that's great. It's just too much anime. The list goes on. I can talk about this all day long.
So,
Just
oh,
one
go
thing.
ahead. Jay.
I'm gonna head out. You guys have a great one, and I'll see you at Nat's PACMAN.
Yes, sir. I'm buying my ticket like in the next couple of days.
And we're going out for dinner.
Oh, my man. I'll be there.
Okay.
All right, but
Don't go to Applebee's.
We're not at Applebee's.
hey, I just want to say, as he's leaving, that's the longest 12 minutes ever, and I do appreciate it.
And
Yeah.
might want to stay for your part.
That was literally an hour. That was literally an hour and a half, 12 minutes.
Yes.
It was.
go.
This is gonna be the longest episode.
7 hours. So you guys have a good one.
Have
All
a
right,
good
man.
one.
Peace.
Later, man.
But
what
yeah,
I
like,
wanted to bring up about Super though is since you brought it up was I felt the same. I'm not really too big on it. It has its ups and downs to it, but one thing I gotta give to Super though is that Goku's first real pupil is Broly. Like that's sick. Like
Yeah.
that's badass, man.
so like
For real.
I think that they can take it so far, and the question is how do they continue to make him canon? You don't have Broly just crying out Kakarot and just in full blown rage. He has a mind. He's learning. He's doing
Yeah.
things. He's still a child, but he's an adult child that's learning.
They could trick everybody though. They could make it where Goku trains them, and it seems like everything's fine, and then all of a sudden he snaps, and then he
Yeah.
uses his newfound power against them. And maybe they
Becomes
could
a
make it
villain.
cooler where they can't fuse or nothing this time, and they actually have to fight them as separate people. That would be badass, man.
Right.
That would be like a twist plot, you know?
It would definitely be a twist plot. I really thought they were gonna kill him in the movie. Like
Yeah.
I told you saw the evil look in Whis' eyes, and Gogeta was just like, "I'm done. It's
Yeah.
over
I'm
with.
gonna fuck you up. Man.
Like,
Yeah.
it's over with. I'm in the movie theater sitting like this, like, come on, do it." So it's definitely good stuff.
Why I love DBZ is I like the first season the most because they were actually a squad and there was a whole group of them and they all played their part. And
Yep.
Goku, the only reason why Goku was above them in a sense, if you want to say power level, was because of King Kai, because he was there. It wasn't because all of a sudden he learned to untap
Unlock
himself
Super
to
Saiyan.
become strong.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know
Actually,
what I mean? And he
actually,
joined
it's
in with
because
Piccolo.
it's because he died first.
That too.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
too.
but what's it called? Is it's cool that he joins Piccolo. You know what I mean? Piccolo's enemy at the time, and then they join together and they fight Raditz, etc. Blah 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 blah. You know
And
what I mean?
And if
It
you
was
really
cool though.
Yeah, and if you really look at it, every villain he's ever fought has become his friend.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's literally turned them all into friends. Now, they're still bad people, except Goku. I mean, except Piccolo and Vegeta. So like Frieza, he's still a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he's really like a friend of Goku's now, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
That Frieza last push, that last push on Jiren with Frieza was just like.
Oh, I finally got my secret rare coming in the mail. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I finally got it.
Yeah,
Um,
you should get it graded.
But what I will say to you guys is that with Z, it was supposed to end 3 times. Like it was
Yeah.
supposed to be done with. Toriyama didn't want to write anything after Dragon Ball. We begged him. People begged him come back. He wrote Z. Z was supposed to end after the Frieza saga. People begged for him to come back. Supposed to end after Cell saga. They begged for him to come back. Then it got Boo. Then now we got Super. So it's just like, because then after Z was completely over, people was like, nah, we don't want it to die. Let's go GT route. And then we got the great form of SS4. I am upset that Toriyama kind of went away from the tail. I do wish that was something that he kept. And it was
Yeah.
actually a picture that I saw online the other day, and I think I have it here and I can show you. But this was the original art of SS4 or SS3. He actually
Mhm.
grew his tail back. But he looked like Gohan when Gohan was SS2. But that was the original artwork that they had before they came out with the actual SS3 with the long hair.
Yeah.
So I like I could talk about Dragon Ball Z all day. One of my friends, he hates the anime with every bone in his body. He just feels like it's crap. But only
Not
reason why
Z, man. Not Z.
nah, but what I tell him is that I truly believe it's the for North America, it's the foundation of anime. And it's something that I think that everything that's been great has been based off of.
Mhm.
Naruto was based off of Dragon Ball Z. Like the writer said, he was solely inspired from Dragon Ball Z to write Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto does have a lot more story behind it, but it has a Dragon Ball Z feel to me. So like Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
that's why Z is great.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why the first season was the sickest too. Is they're all learning their powers. It wasn't like, oh, Goku, Goku every time like it always is now. You know what I mean? They all held it down. They're all the squad, and they took care of business. And it was cool. It wasn't just one, two, three characters. It was like limitless. You know what I mean? Everybody had.
100%.
That's what I loved about Z. And my favorite thing with Z though in the anime was when Vegeta became Majin Vegeta. That was badass. Like Vegeta came back, like the OG Vegeta, the evil one. He's blowing up people in the arena. He's fighting Goku to the death. Like
Yep.
that's the Vegeta I missed, and I was happy in
And
DBZ they did that, man.
Super.
and that's why like in Super, when he becomes Vegeta Destruction, God of Destruction Vegeta,
Ego.
it just
Vegeta.
it gives me that vibe again. Like
Yeah.
you went back to Vegeta's roots with that one.
I heard, so it ain't a spoiler for me, but is since you guys read it, or at least I know Karl does, him being God of Destruction, is he at least somewhat evil again, or is he just like has the power and just doesn't care?
He has
His
the foundings of it.
he has his pride his pride comes out a lot more. He's not evil, but his pride, like he relishes
He's like Beerus.
yeah, he relishes the fight though. Like he wants you to fight him. Like he wants you to beat him up. He want everything that you felt about Majin Vegeta, he has that again. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like he's like, come at me, bro. Like, come at me. I'm fired. Like, you just come at me. And then that, like, if you go and Google it, there's a
Mhm.
picture of him just standing like this with his purple hair. Oh my god, that picture's sick.
Sick.
I need that on a card.
Yeah.
I need that on a card.
I really about that design. It's insane. Except the I have no eyebrows thing.
Yeah. That's
That's-
one of the things. I do want to get the earring though. I want the little clip. I want the little clip so
Yeah.
I could be God of Destruction Pac-Man.
But yeah, with Super, like one thing I really like is the fan service with all those tiny bits of like wink at the Z era. Like I don't know if you recall, like just before the Tournament of Power just started, and Goku is unhurt and he's waiting for Frieza to get reborn.
The shadow
Yeah.
bot. He did the
The sh-
exact fight of his when he fought his grandfather.
Yeah, it's
That
while he's
Yeah, that
waiting
one.
for him to get. That's pretty insane. Like the callback with the Mafuba. With Roshi on during the Tournament of Power, all those little details that just like I think it's right before Tournament of Power that then they tells is it I think it's then they where King Kai was telling somebody's telling Goku that Boo actually has been like
incarnated and he's not old
incarnated.
enough yet.
Yeah, and like another callback to when they were fighting Moro, like the big Boo, the fat Boo is going to Earth to get the big power level out of Oob that's still a child there
Yep.
with the I think it's am I mistaken? But the big Boo is the Northern Kai.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right?
North Kai, yeah.
So
absorb.
I really like that they bring back a lot of old stuff that we didn't see but we knew happened.
Right.
Like they're using past
He
ideas
he's
to just flash the.
he's slowly trying to bring it all together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really liked it. And
Mhm.
one thing that is worth like putting an eye on is I know it's a fan made, but like it's Dragon Ball. What's it called?
Multiverse.
No, Multiverse is not bad.
That
Hero,
one was like the turn of power way before, like they had universes, but it was like the how Trunks universe worked, where it was like times, like when one where Vegito stayed fused. That's a really good fan manga if you ever want to read that.
yeah, and there's another one.
Read that one.
Is the Dragon Ball Kakume.
Kume.
It's a fan made that like it has been speculated that at the end of the tournament of power, that with the wish of 17, when
Ah.
they
He risks all the other universes that got erased back.
yeah, and by that they bring back like the dark version of all the shadow of all the angels. Like there's the Grand Prix, but like every angel has a mother, so I think it's her name is Kakume. So she want to destroy everything, and she has all its flock of bad angels too. I'm just starting the reading it, but I heard it was pretty good during that after the tournament, the big tournament of Power Pause. I know there is a fan that went on to the drawing of this manga. It looks pretty good, to be honest.
Rosas, I have a spoiler alert for you.
For what?
So for Bubbles,
Uh,
he's the ape god. He turns into the golden ape and he destroys Goku and them. No,
I
I'm
believe
just
it.
kidding.
Man,
I'm just kidding, man. He's
that
like,
for real, that would be sick. That
Yeah.
he catch up with Bubbles, and at the end, we all know that like that big Saiyan God guy was Bubbles all along. That would be insane.
That would be funny.
Bubbles gave Goku all of his power because Goku was the only one who caught Bubbles.
But man,
Dang, that's funny.
And that's how he became a god. There you go.
There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go. We're just gonna put whatever ban list stuff we said
Yeah.
before at the end. I don't
Yeah.
think we should go through it. We're already at the fucking 2 hour mark here. Let's
Jesus
just,
Christ. huh?
yeah, I know. Let's just
whole
we'll
2
end it.
hours, man?
Yeah, we'll end it with one thing here. Since I know PACMAN did his top 5 list for anime, we'll put the ban list after this. So the video's not done yet, but for us, it'll be done. I need to go to bed for school. But top 5, real quick. Karl, go with your top 5.
Dragon Ball for sure. Shit, it's pretty hard. Brotherhood, like fucking Full Metal Alchemist, is pretty insane. I really like that show. Like it's so unique, and it has that sentimental part as you see as Naruto. It's pretty good. Yeah. So Dragon Ball, Full Metal, Naruto's like 3. You cannot go past that. I would say after that, Bleach, because I finished it all. Really liked it. I'm pretty stoked that they did a one shot with Ichigo's son and everything. So I'm pretty excited, and I have a lot of hope that they're gonna reboot the series and continue
Well,
with the children and everything.
I don't think it's gonna get rebooted. I think it's just gonna pick up where it left off.
Yeah, well, restarted. Sorry, I
Oh,
missed you,
gotcha.
And like for now, I think one of my favorite is this one. Like Silver Wolf is pretty
Wolf.
good. Has that same vibe of Full Metal Alchemist, because like the main character is like a 80 years old veteran of war with vampires and everything,
Mhm.
and he's like what's happened is that he's facing all his older foes that are all dead, and they're like fighting him once again, like because of another creature. So it's pretty good. Like that's one of my favorite. I think I'm at what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I think so. Yeah, yeah, 4. I think. And one anime that maybe gets into my top 5 is still Akira. Like the movie is pretty insane.
I only
if
watched
you
that
want,
recently. That's the funny thing.
it's
Watch that yet?
it's like it's old, but It's good. It's really
It's
Yeah,
good.
really fucking good.
just send me a list, please. Just send me a list. I'll add it to the list. I got so
And
much to watch.
and I want to like do a runner up for Cowboy Bebop. I really like that show too.
Cowboy Bebop is good.
All right,
And that's
Frank,
Frank?
go.
So yeah, so with me, not that I never not liked anime, I just never was one to go out and watch it. But for watching, the main thing I ever just watched was either DBZ, and then I got into Baki. But the funny thing is I used to hate reading and that, but one day I decided I wanted to get into a new hobby. I was collecting comics of Ninja Turtles because I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan. And I started reading it and I realized how badass the comics were. So I could tell you about what I like with my top 5 with reading. So my number one top favorite of reading, which it was anime, is Berserk. Someone introduced it to me. They said the TV show isn't as good as the book. It is good. Um, but yeah, the book, like, if you check it out, read the book because the book is it's disgusting. Another thing I like reading is Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. I buy the Absolute editions. Um, it's just amazing. The artwork, the storytelling, each chapter, it's like a whole new story, and there's a whole meaning to it. Long story short, so if you ever like reading anime or comics, check out Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. Ninja Turtles, obviously, because yeah, Ninja Turtles is huge. Um, Infinity Gauntlet. I bought the omnibus. They're called omnibuses. They're like 1,000 pages. Check out Infinity Gauntlet, just like the movie, but the book is way better. Um, and the other thing I would say is Sandman. Everybody knows Sandman. He's like a guy who comes in your dreams and that. He's kind of like Freddy Krueger. It's very it's very like intelligent literature. But it's an amazing piece to read once you get above it and you get your mind into it and read the whole thing. It's
Roger,
really
Roger.
really good in itself as well.
I thought you were talking about the bad guy in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
That is
But
Sandman too. So you're not
true.
wrong.
yeah, but yeah, for real, check out Berserk. I heard the anime is good to watch, but the book is way better. And the thing about the book too is there's not a lot of reading like Rosas would know. A lot of it's just the artwork and that. So it's not like a whole thing you got to read a lot of, you know.
So I'll go with that and saying that Berserk. If I'm just considering anime, Berserk 1997 version, I do like. It is a little bit. There's some like. It's older. It's older, but the music's really good, and just the way the story is, it's like a cohesive story just for their golden age, and it's like that's just like the big arc where there's just. If you haven't watched it, don't want to spoil anything, but it's just a ridiculous
Yeah.
ending. But
Yeah.
the music's really good. They screwed it up really bad. 2016 and 2017, they made it 3D, and it's goddamn awful. The movies aren't bad. I do like the movies, but if we're going number one, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say Dragon Ball for number one. Like Dragon Ball, I'm just going as the anime. As the
Yeah, yeah.
anime, I think Kai.
Like
I
watching or
watching. So if we're saying as the anime, Kai, I think's written better. I just like the Bruce Falconer music. I'm a piece of shit. I like the old English dub music more, but that's the only advantage. I like the writing. But if someone say, hey, go watch those 200 episodes, whatever, of Dragon Ball, I'd be like, nah. I'd go and watch number one is Hunter x Hunter because that is the only anime I've watched that isn't seasonal. That is 151 episodes back to back. That not a single one is like bad.
Filler.
There's no filler. I don't know how you make a villain that's literally a child predator and you love him. Like Hisoka is literally fucking amazing.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah, he's literally a pedophile, but you root for him
What
because
the
he's sick.
fuck?
Yeah, he's literally But
He admires young talent that he sees the potential in them and he wants them to get stronger so he can fight them
and then kill them. Like that's his.
And then
That
kill
he
them.
gets off to
That's his
killing
thing.
people, killing strong
I don't know.
people.
For real, that guy really always make me remember Kefka in Final Fantasy. Cause
Yeah,
I
it's
think
honestly
there was
he's
a-
probably based off of
Yeah,
one of them is based off the other. Probably because I'm trying to think of how old the manga is. But
For
for
Hunter x Hunter.
yeah, it's
you-
You
90s.
said watch that, right? It's on
I want
Netflix.
to.
Yeah, watch that.
Yeah.
100%.
it. It's on
Anybody watch it, but I gotta say, if you're watching and you're finishing it, anime's not gonna hit the same after that. It's definitely the best thing I've watched. JoJo's like right up my alley. That is humor and it's what the fuck. I'm just gonna list all of them together because all the parts are very different. But
What's JoJo about?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's different in every because it's basically how it works is it's in parts. There you go. So in the first two parts, the first one is kind of like very, very straightforward. It's a vampire and basically a guy, and he's trying to find like a way to kill vampires. It's very straightforward. It's only like 9 episodes. Part 2 is kind of the guys who create vampires, and then part 3 they go into this whole thing where you basically have a stand, which is a ghost that is with you, and it's a manifestation of your spirit, and that's kind of how it progresses there. And they get really wacky. Like it goes, it's very hard to explain, but yeah, it goes really, really off the wall.
That makes me think of I don't know if you guys watch RDC World and Anime House like on YouTube. They talk. You should look it up. RDC World 1 is a group of guys that live together, and they talk about is anime. And there's a clip of them like, you watch JoJo's? You watch JoJo's?
Yeah. There's and that's the only like meme culture that I can get into that I don't cringe at. Like like cuz I don't know. I love it. It's hilarious. Number 3, I'm trying to think. Like if we're going like reading wise, I'd go Berserk. Like I fucking love Berserk, and it's just because the anime isn't there, the manga is ridiculous. But
Well, like you said, the first, the original anime to watch
It's
for
pretty
Berserk
good.
was
It's-
actually pretty good.
it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It only covers like one arc, and it's technically not the first arc. Like it's the most far back because it kind of has a part, and then it has a prequel part that kind of explains everything, and it's just like holy fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably go Berserk number 3. Number 4 is probably one you guys haven't heard of. If anybody's watching this that watch popular anime, Steins Gate. That's one that I never thought I would like. It was like hard to get into, but when I watched it, I couldn't stop watching it. Like that, it's not a fight, it's not a fighting, not a shonen. It's just like what the fuck's going on. Like it was one of those mind fucked kind of things. But it's like if you explain the show, it kind of ruins it. But that'd be my number 4. Number 5. It's hard to pick between Mob Psycho because if you watch PACMAN, I'm telling you, watch Mob Psycho because you're gonna be at like, God, One Punch Man sucks. Mob Psycho
What?
is so much better than One Punch Man. So
Oh,
much,
wow.
so much
It's on the
funnier,
list, man.
so much
Ah.
funnier, and so much more interesting. Like Reagan is one of the best characters. Like he's like Mob's like master, but he's just a fraud, and that's the best part about it. And Mob believes him, but that's great. Or Devilman Crybaby. I don't know. I really like dark shit, and Devilman Crybaby for being a short thing. It's amazing.
Man.
That's another one on Netflix. 10 episodes. You can get through it. I've watched it 3 times, and for anybody that's in the know, watching it 3 times technically counts as watching 3 different seasons. That'll make sense to people that have watched it. But yeah,
Is
it's fun.
Avatar considered an anime?
Yes and no.
Yeah. I
Yes,
Because I love
I
that
finally
show. That show was badass.
I finally
I
recently watched it.
consider it anime, but because people said it came on Nickelodeon, because they consider it a cartoon.
But yeah,
but
they
some
don't
anime
consider
are, like,
Castlevania.
just as childish at
Right.
points.
Yeah, they don't
Right.
even consider Castlevania as an anime either, just because it's written
it's-
like by an
it's
American. But
dumb.
it is Castlevania. If you haven't watched that too, that's amazing. That's another
yeah,
thing
it's good.
where the artist,
Exactly.
like, especially in the last season, it's like I don't know if you watched it all, Karl, but I forget the big vampire like queen, whatever.
Yeah.
Her that's literally like a Berserk moment there, where it's like a love letter
Yeah.
to Berserk, where she's swinging around the giant sword and like basically the Berserk armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That fucking
Oh.
screamed Berserk, and I didn't even watch or read Berserk. I was like,
Because he
Like-
wanted
like-
the guy wanted to redo Berserk. He wants to get the rights to it. I know the next thing he's doing is
for real,
Devil May Cry, but
Devil May Cry, oh, man. For real, like when I saw that armor, I was like almost like in DiCaprio.
yeah,
Oh man.
You guys are making me want to watch anime now. Like,
fucking
Bro,
do it.
man.
I watched all of DBZ, the whole Dragon Ball to what it is now, but I never.
But like,
I
if
really
you
don't know.
if you can just start with Hunter x Hunter. That's it.
No,
Don't.
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 It's gonna ruin the rest. You gotta.
Oh my god!
It's too good.
You wanna wean them on to something
Yeah,
else?
you got. Watch. No, Devilman's too depressing to watch. That's such a dark show.
I forgot about one.
What?
Afro Samurai.
Oh
Yeah.
Yo, Karl, that's
I
one
have-
of my favorites with RZA.
I have the
Whoa.
whole thing on DVD.
I have it on Blu-ray. I forgot about that. You just blew my mind. I feel like
You know what's funny? In my top 10, one of them was not Afro Samurai, but another Samurai Champloo. If anybody watched that, that's
Samurai
another old one.
Shampoo is lit.
Yeah,
I'm upset that they didn't continue Afro Samurai, man.
Now I went into Afro Samurai. One that is overlooked. It is pretty good. Is Kenshin.
Kenshin is good. Kenshin is good.
It's 28 toms, and it's mostly like in their era before the emperors and everything just went off, and the samurais were like was no more. Like it's pretty like it's fantasy, but there's a lot of shit in there that is really historically correct, and it's really good. Like a lot of characters in there existed for real. Like not as much with all those fighting and the reverse katana and everything, but there's a lot of shit that are really historically on point.
Yo, if they did a crossover in Ninja Turtles and Afro Samurai, I would lose my shit, man. That would be badass, man.
Those turtles gonna die.
No way, man. Yo, if you ever
getting
read
them
the
riled
old
up.
comics, if you ever read the old comics, the first one ever made of them, they were actually supposed to be bad, like not villains, but their first mission was to go kill Shredder, and they actually do, and they kill him. Like it was badass, the original of the Turtles, and now with this new series of Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. All the brothers died and one survives, and it's dark. It's like it's mature rated. Like
Not
he's actually
PG-13.
killing them and shit in there, huh?
Not PG-13.
I don't know, but it's badass though. Like he's the last Ronin, the last turtle alive. His brothers are dead. Like he's actually killing them in there and shit, just like the old comics. Like Ninja Turtles was supposed to be badass, but when Nickelodeon seen an opportunity and all those people and they bought them out, they said make toys, make it more for children, etc., and you'll make way more money. And then that's how they got to where they were. But the original thing was like it was supposed to be dark. It was supposed to be like R-rated. It was you know what I mean? Like they were supposed to be like cutting off heads and all kinds of shit. It was supposed to be like super badass.
Spawn.
Yo, Spawn is sick too.
All right. Before this goes any more, because I gotta go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah.
Karl, do you have a toy before we go? Pac-Man's here. Come on.
I have a toy.
You don't have that Pac-Man toy? It
What
didn't
about-
make it in time?
What about that
Oh,
horse? What were we doing with that horse?
the horse?
What do you mean? What are you doing with that horse? I don't want to see.
It's
No,
been
bro.
used.
Like
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, your favorite man, Pac-Man, is here. I appreciate you guys for having me. Once again, shout out to Herman Style Podcast. Make sure you guys check it out. Hop in the Discord. Yeah, anytime you guys want me on, I'm down.
100%.
Yeah,
Same.
100%.
on our
So,
side.
I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me yet again, and I guess good night.
Yeah, and for everyone in
Yeah.
the video, enjoy the ban list part.
And
Yeah.
stay,
So-
Team Berserk out.
and stay super. Don't forget about it.
Don't forget to stay super.
Double strike crit.
Now we're talking.
I got into the game then, and then I just kept watching stuff on YouTube after YouTube video, and then I saw people playing the game, and I was like, man, I'm gonna play this game. And then the one thing that got me into it was the fact that somebody said that if you played Yu-Gi-Oh, you can play this game. And I played
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Yu-Gi-Oh a lot in the glory days. So like back in 2007, 2008, when I was in high school, and that's when I played the game a lot. So I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot. And since I've started playing it, I'm low key mad that I wasn't in the game when it dropped. So anniversary box came around. Go Tanks was the first deck I picked up.
Yeah.
Very successful with it. I will always play Go Tanks in every format. It's my favorite green deck, as much as Jimmy hates that that deck. I love it. And then I have backup in Kami House Security over in the Hermit Style Discord. So you know, that's my boy. Jay's my capitone. So like I have backup always with him. But yeah, Go Tanks. And then I missed out on foiling out the leader that came out in that set, which was the AOD stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
regret. I had an opportunity to get all the pieces foiled, and I was like, man, I don't want to play this deck. I wanted to play Go Tanks, and before that, I wanted to play Surge Piccolo, but as soon as I started playing Surge Piccolo, got errata. So it was like, because I like hand control. I was a hand control player in Yu-Gi-Oh, so
Yeah.
I like hand control. Cell Surge has got my attention. I just don't know how it would do when the next ban list drops and stuff like that. So I
They
said,
need,
go ahead.
they need to make another Piccolo leader. They got to give
Yes.
him justice, man.
Yeah,
they got to give him justice.
They got to 100%,
Yeah.
1000%.
I feel like they could bring him back to what he was, and it'll be fine in the meta now.
Right. I don't think he'd be bad. I don't think he would be bad.
Yeah.
But everybody says that he was broken and he doesn't need to come back.
Yeah.
So
you know what? That's something we can talk about because the ban list actually comes out on the Friday, right? So we could just do like predictions, like we can add that on because that's a quick thing, like 1 or 2 cards. You're like, they'll probably hit this. My personal thing about this is, I like where the game is right now. The only thing that it's like, is Zamasu's a pain in the ass when they can counterplay a 10 drop and just rest it. It's like, I can't hit it, but I can rest it. I don't know. I think it's at a healthy format right now compared to what it's been like before this. So I don't know if I like them going gun happy with.
Is it more
already.
the auto text that bothers you, or you think that rest should be in the counterplay?
I think the rest should be in the counterplay. So
Right,
so if you like get rid of him, like if you counterplay the Zamasu, he's a glass cannon that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
If he comes down, he's fucking the board. That's fine. But if you can
just get it,
interact,
you just get the draw.
Yeah,
the auto should be the draw, and that's it.
That honestly,
Actually, that's a good errata. If anybody wanted one, that's actually a fair point. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
But the only-
I would like for two
only-
is doing so much that it's kind of unfair.
It does, but I also think that the Zamasu card is an introduction to other cards we're going to get that are going to be able to counterplay unisons. It is the only card right now outside of, I think, Tyrannical Blow, if I'm not mistaken, that can touch a unison. But Zamasu touches it on play. And I do think that eventually that's gonna give us the ability to get unison cards that have deflect or have barrier, because we just got 2 that have counterattack, and you can play them on counterattack. So the game's gonna evolve. I do think that a lot of people don't dive into the card pool and don't learn how to play around certain things before they decide to cry out for, this card's too broken, let's ban it, and then we get an e-ban, and then it's just like, it just feels bad after that.
100%. That's
So
there is another card that could counterplay unisons, and that's Ice Shenron.
yeah, there you go.
Brings a unison in rest mode.
Yeah. So
yeah, it doesn't help against Boo because Boo could stand himself up, but
that's at the end of the turn though. You're stopping a double strike coming to your teeth, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
you're talking about the yellow Ice Shenron?
Yeah, the yellow Ice Shenron.
Because there's the ultimate explosive bullets for with the Shadow Dragons, but that's not good.
No.
I know how much you like. I know how much you like that deck. I'm excited for that deck too. Once the new cards actually come out, I can't wait to fool around with it. I've had the deck built since it came out. It's all foiled out. I am working on trying to stamp it out, but you know how much people pay for stamps. Like I don't know if I'll do that just yet. It's got to be a deck that I want to main.
It's pretty crazy.
No, that's the Boo Unison, that's another one that everyone just wants to get rid of, the Boo Unison. I'm just like, There's a lot of answers to it, and they're making more answers to it too. Like there's just the SS4 leader alone is bringing that one up again. But like I said, it's your opponent plays it 4 markers. You go into your turn 4, charge a green Gohan as your last color. He's down to 3 markers. Swing with your leader on him. That's 20k, and you're removing a marker. He's down to 1. He has no more God Sealing left.
Nope.
And
No
you can
God
just
Sealing.
and you
He's
can just swing if you have a unison. You swing with the unison, and then he can't even use his auto either. Like
Nope.
it's gone.
It's gone. So like, but it had there's answers to everything in this game. It's just a matter of how much time and effort and you're willing to put. I probably watch too much content out there. And I'm a very competitive player. I'm not as great as some of the others yet. I am coming. So be on the lookout for sure. But like I'm just so competitive to where like I will sit here and dive into the card pool. Like the card list stays open on my iPad and I constantly just go through it. Somebody posts a video that I subscribe to, I watch it that day. I try to make comments on everybody's videos and things of that nature. As far as, just being able to figure out answers to the game. And then, talking to some of the people that's been in the game for a long time, like you guys, the whole team Berserk, all my people in Hermit Style. I got Jimmy, Mike, Armando's in there, Sublet's in there, Nick's in there. Like, it's just, I have access to all the good players. And it's just like they want to help everybody get good at the game. It's just a matter of, at that point, once you have the knowledge, it's just tuning it, finding a deck that's gonna work in the meta, and that you can, if you know your matchups, you can win. Like,
Did we start the team talk?
It's been recording, but I want to see if Karl can get home so
I
he's
forgot
not.
that you do that. I totally forgot that you do
That's
that.
what
Hey,
I'm saying. I'm
I
like,
pick-
this is a good team talk. You should be recording right now.
There's
like,
there's
it's been
clips
rolling.
there's clips I'll take out of it because we did have a good discussion before that, but I just want to make sure we don't get fucking Karl imprisoned. For fucking
Yeah.
How long are you from home?
Maybe 15 minutes again.
Oh god.
But like,
Okay.
I was really short. I had everything like planned up that I might just upon a surprise and play that old Pokemon team when you hit a wild Pokemon. I was, but that would be insane. But I got short of time and everything.
Okay.
Time goes by so fast.
Oh, it does.
But man, did you guys talk about Finn a little more or something like that?
We haven't
I'm
even
ex-
started.
We haven't even
We haven't
started, Karl.
started cards yet.
Well, damn. Okay.
That's
I
what
was
we're
wondering
shooting the shit.
what your thought. Do you think that Finn's gonna move up the meta?
Me?
Yeah.
I think Finn is in a very unique position. It's the first deck that we've got that does what it does in a very weird way. I mean, we kind of got a prerequisite with Boo. And it kind of comes some of the same features, but you can do it a little bit better with Finn. That one card, the one Finn that you can combo and nuke the board, I think that's insane.
Yeah.
I do think that Friday we will know if Finn can survive in the first meta that we have it. Because we'll get that ban list, and then you get to, everybody's gonna start from Friday moving forward. It's all Nats prep. And I really like Finn. I was talking to my friends that I have here in my local area, and that's one of the decks that I think coming out of this set would probably, I think it has the most potential out of all the decks. The green leaders, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all.
Yeah.
I'm not
Vegeta
happy.
looks fun though.
It does looks fun, but so it's more or less like, and I told my friends, are you thinking of it competitively or are you thinking of it as a fun deck, like just something I want to play at locals?
Yeah.
Right? Competitively, Finn, Xeno Dragons, and maybe Broly and Turles are my picks. coming out the set. Everything else, I just think it's an archetype deck that you just can play and just have fun with. But those are my picks that I plan on fooling around with from the set. Kaba's cool. I just think that I can do everything better with SS4 or Soul Striker.
Yeah.
Like I can use
I'm
the same stuff they're using.
I'm so scared about that hit unison with that with Soul Striker or SS3, man. Damn, that's
the-
fucking
the-
scary.
The hit unison is very interesting. I do like it a lot. One of the decks that I plan on testing it in. That's actually my blue card. That I wanted to talk about. First off, the SR art looks better than the SPR.
There's no way in fucking hell that they could have done a better SPR. Like that SR is one of the best looking unisons in the game by far.
Right. I think they should have totally switched that and put all the crackling time space in him punching and really put emphasis on him punching through Goku. I think that would have looked way better. So I'll probably be playing the SR version. It's just another Power of the Super Saiyan thing for me. Because I like the Power of the Super Saiyan art, SR art better than SPR.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But
I find it looks better.
The hit unison, I am gonna try it in 16. It's I can rival on my opponent's turn. I can draw a card. Add a marker. It gives me the ability to draw once I'm awakened. So I still have my draw power. The only issue is that Zamasu. If they Zamasu it, that's cool. My deck's really there to ramp and to get to my turn 4, which is technically turn 8, and drop the 18-17 and try to go for game. I am working on another variant other than what I played in Fight Night and what I played in the Hermit World Cup tournament. So I've been working with a couple of friends that's been playing the deck as well. Talking to Chris from TCG Meadows as well. So yeah, I think 16 has a place. But to answer Karl's question, I do think Finn can be meta relevant. It's just a matter of waiting to see the ban list. The ban list is key. The ban list is real key.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. For real, what they're gonna hit, what they're gonna miss. Maybe you're gonna bring back that 3-drop cell I want so bad, but
I don't know about those glory days of Cell. I just hear so much about it, and people talk about Cell so much. I know Aspera has been a very advocate about it. Like I think he probably talks the most about it, but like I guess Cell Chain was just really oppressive back then.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
ridiculous.
because they go first, they put you down to 3 cards, and then they could overwhelm with that Toa that makes you discard. So on their turn 3, they could put you to 2 cards.
Wow.
And then if they added crit, eventually they were able to add crit. I forget, it was so long ago, but yeah, they could put you down to 2 cards. And back then, you didn't have draw apes, you didn't have a lot of draw power, you didn't have a whole lot, and you usually had to use cards just you usually had to use your energy the next turn, hope you have an answer to get rid of their 7-drop cell that they go into the chain with, leaving you to 1 or 2 cards in hand. You know what I mean? So you were set back so much.
Right. Well, I mean, now you draw a gazillion cards. So three things about
that's
every
the problem
deck now is like. Say that again.
That's the problem too, because the thing with that cell is you can, even the decks that drew a crazy amount of cards, try to get rid of them before turn 3, because turn 3 doesn't, you have a million cards in hand, you're going down to 3 cards. So like if that was the problem with it. But now the 3-drop I think is a 10k or 15k. Now people are just gonna side in those Beerus Ball, whatever, but those don't hit till 4 life, right? So it's just like, do you cut yourself down so you can hit the cell with that? I don't know.
You said it's a 10k?
It's 10 or 15. It's a 3-drop. I know that.
It's got barrier?
No, it's got nothing. But the only.
I'm just gonna play red. I just play Red Jaren.
Yeah. But the thing is that comes down for 3 unless you played yellow. It was uninteractable because you only had Cold Bloodless and Crusher Ball. Then you absorb into a 5-drop. 5-drop KOs a card, and then you go into the 7-drop. You have to ditch 3.
Plus you draw when you the 5 KO and draw 1.
Yes, so he replaces.
That old change only costs you 3 energy, and like to ramp from the 3 to 5, you just need to attach a 17 under the 3 drop to play the 5 from deck, and then go into 18 under the 5 drop to play the 7, and this make your opponent discard all his end except 3 cards, and you swing with a 30k double striker. But I think like for now, what the meta is that there's so many contemplate that can fuck that whole interaction so easy. Like just on the play of tapping 3 to play the first cell, you can just like Yamcha barrage and kill it right on the spot. So
Yeah.
there's no point to keep that card like at 1.
Uh-huh.
And if it pass, it pass. But usually, like you have answer to it anyway.
All right. Well, I mean, we have seen stuff come off the ban list. So, which was I think the first card I remember coming off the ban list was the Goten, which I thought was pretty cool because I like Heroine's lineage. I mean, not Heroine's
Yeah.
lineage. Goku's lineage.
Yeah.
And like going into that, just being able to pick whatever card I want, swinging and applying pressure. I think that's pretty cool. It would be cool to see that. I know we were talking earlier about Unarattering, Surge Piccolo. I hear talk in the community about them Unerrata, Planet Vegeta. I mean, not Planet Vegeta, Young Invaders. So you don't have to pay the cost anymore. Because they took all the oppressive stuff away as far as Bardock the Resolute, you know, the Tau, and I forgot the other card that they hit. But yeah, they took those away, and Belmont, sorry, in Belmont. Since those 3 got taken away, they don't think that King Vegeta is going to be as bad.
The odd part was in that sequence, they banned and changed everything all at once, rather than saying, okay, let's take away all the free play stuff, let's keep King Vegeta as is, and let's see how the meta changes.
Right.
But they just kind of said, hey, bam, Red, you're dead.
Right, and that was basically because of the outcry of the community, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I played FTK King Vegeta. I won a store championship with it. That's how I got my invite to Nats. It was a really fun deck to play, but like even still, I didn't kill not one person on turn 1. It was turn 2, turn 3. People had answers for it. People were adapting to it, and it was just like you didn't give enough time to people to continue to adapt to it. Aggro is something that I think that needs to be in the format, and it's not really there right now.
Well, the Mass Saiyan is really aggro though, and Zeno Gogeta. They could really aggro you.
Bardock, right? You're talking about the Darkness Reborn leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is a build out there that they could take you out turn 2. It is an aggro build.
Yeah, and
But as long as
also
you don't
Zeno
use it
Gogeta.
out, you could get around it. It's just, are people prepared for it?
Right.
Then again,
Yeah.
that's another one. Yeah, just like the FTK Vegeta, one Sensu being one protector of the people, or like as soon as you get through that first turn or that second turn where they do everything, they have like 2 cards in hand. And
Right.
it's pretty much there's no breaks. It's all gas.
Gas.
And after that, they're kind of fucked because you just clear their board. You clear their board, and then they're just like,
Yep.
okay, well I got 2 cards left in hand. I'm gonna wipe my ass and get out of here.
All in.
The only issue with keeping those kind of decks around though is you're forcing all the other decks to have the main board answer
Right.
cards that they normally wouldn't have to. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
the only issue in the best of 1 format.
Right. Now, I am a person that's played in a lot of best of 1. I'm excited for best of 3 to play in that type of, play style. Learning how to side, I think, is very critical because you get to play mind games with people. Like, for example, if I'm playing against blue and they're main decking 17, they know I'm gonna put in Jiren. Or if I play a deck that main decks Jiren, things of that nature. And I think that you with the 2 different formats, you have 2 different play styles like you have to play. There are some decks that can function in both, and there's some decks that just that you don't play in best of 1 and you don't play in best of 3. So I do think that the game the format is in a very good state. Like since I've started playing, this is the most wide open it's been. Any deck can be there. Now, granted, Gohan Icarus is the best deck right now because of how much it draws, and the engine for that deck is just so small. That leader is cracked for what it does. I don't think it needs to be touched. I just think it's a really good leader, and we can have good leaders and good cards in the game. Just people need to learn how to adapt.
Yeah, with the Gohan, if they do something to it, a lot of people, if they don't hit blue yellow and they hit the leader for whatever reason, let's just say, everybody would probably just move that package to the Gotenks leader.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
draw a little less, but it's the same thing, right?
I mean, it was just like with Mecha Frieza. When you
Yeah.
step on one cockroach, another one comes up. So
Yeah.
like it's just gonna be something that's always gonna happen.
And Gohan's not that he's hard, but some matchups is actually tough. Like King Cold, I've been playing it. I've been actually having a hard time playing King Cold, but I know Gohan has a hard matchup against King Cold though, because that unison and the leader is just so much pressure. And if you go to long game, which Gohan does, they just drop that golden Frieza and they just strip your card,
Right.
like your hand.
At that point, you got a high roll though. Like if you don't
Yeah.
get that Frieza, if you don't get that unison
Zamasu,
down,
yeah.
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 Yeah,
But-
that's what I mean though, is if against King Cold, if they go first, they like almost can auto beat you. Like it's very tough matchup.
I just
And
got
aggro too. If you
But
don't
if
have the
Gohan-
sensu beans, aggro rolls you over.
But
Right.
if Gohan goes first, you got the Zamasu ready for that unison.
Yeah.
Yep, every time. It's every
Well,
time.
if you have it in hand though, that's the thing.
Right.
And Gohan is like a thick build too, so sometimes people will leave 2 energy up. And like I did it once, and the King Cold guy didn't want to play his unison, and I didn't even have it in hand. I just left my
Respect it.
energy up
You
to
have
make
to
him
respect
too
it. You're
afraid.
not gonna tap out for a unison.
Yeah.
And have it sent back to your hand. You're going into turn 3 potentially, and you got nothing on the board.
Yeah.
You don't even have all your field cards. You
Right.
have to
Yeah.
respect it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And that goes back to I forget which deck I was talking about. That's why I Yellow Sin is in a good spot because of it. I know Rojas doesn't like that deck. But like dropping that 9-drop on turn 2. Like
Yeah.
Zamasu put in rest mode. I pass turn, it restands.
Yep.
And then on top of that, when you play Zamasu, I just negate the skills.
I felt Yellow Sin has always been strong, and as of right now, with it being mid range, I think Yellow Sin is really, really slept on right now. I feel
Yeah.
like people like Jay picks it up. He's been playing it. I think Jay could go like 3-0 with it a lot, you know?
Yeah. It's a good deck.
I think I was 4 weeks in a row at the Upper Hand Super Series. 3-0 4 weeks in a row. I've
Yeah.
I've bubbled
Feisty.
out. I've topped 16. I've also given up my last games because I had to go because it takes too long. You start a regional, there's a hour and a half delay for whatever reason, and it just throws off your whole weekend schedule, and then you have to do your other commitments.
100%. But with what we were talking about as far as banning it in Rada, I know we mentioned Zamasu, Bojack. Bojack has definitely been another hot topic for a lot of people. I don't want to see it go, but I do think it'll get a Rada to Bojack leaders only. That way you don't kill you'll treat it like how you treat U9. Because if you put Bojack in another deck, it doesn't really do as much, in my opinion. For Yellow, Gohan, I think plays it the best. And then in Bojack, like it needs it in Bojack. Like you need that Bojack in Bojack decks.
So what if they leader lock Bojack and Zamasu?
But what would you leader lock to Zamasu
If
to?
you leader lock Zamasu,
Which leader do you think it gets?
this is I'm gonna have
The
to buy
Goku
them.
Black.
Yeah.
Goku,
I mean,
Goku Black Zamasu.
I think that you'll see a lot of Goku Black running around because that Zamasu is just a good card. Any deck you play blue yellow in, like period, you're playing Zamasu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bardock, Xeno Bardock is playing Zamasu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I
most
have
sought
a-
after sought after card in the game right now, at least, like 100%.
I made a tricolored 16 and played Zamasu. Like the card is nutty. And if you can fit it in a deck, I don't see what the problem is. Like I don't see why not. It is Zamasu is the real spice. That you put
Yeah.
in every deck outside of Thor the Dark Empire and Divine Presence Goku. It's Zamasu. Zamasu is the most sought after card right now in the game, and everybody either wants to play blue yellow or some type of yellow blue. I mean, but we all say blue yellow regardless. Like it is. But like it's a really good card, and I actually like the card. When the card was a release, I was like, I need 4. I literally signed up for 4 regionals just so I can make sure I get my playset. And I've had my playset since then, and it's a good card. Like I really do like it. I do think that if you leader lock it, Goku Black you're gonna have Goku Black, and Goku Black is gonna be paired with the Goku Black that came from the anniversary box, which is almost another form of baby hatch, because it says, yes, I play this, I untap 1, and I play 3 blockers. Now you have
4
to kill me.
blockers.
If you, 4 blockers.
Even better.
And if you don't have the answer, which is secret identity, or if
Or
you're green,
Beerus
normal.
Ball in Jiren.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
sorry about that one, Frank.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he beer spalled me.
Oh man, that's
Yo,
spicy.
But that's what I wanted to say about Bojack is that he wasn't even on the radar even when Mecha was around until
Right.
Zamazu came out. And to me personally, because I've been playing Blue Yellow for almost a year straight now, instead of playing everything like I used to, budget wise, I decided to stay with 1 or 2 decks. You know what I mean? So I've been playing Blue Yellow for a long time,
Mhm.
and if in my opinion, if they touch Bojack, blue yellow is finished. People who are playing blue or yellow might add some yellow or add some blue just to get the Zamazu still. But blue yellow in general won't be worth playing anymore. You might as well just play mono yellow, add the Zamazus and Sensu Bean. That's all
Right.
you need for blue. 4
So
Sensu Bean, 4 Zamazu. You're good to go for Zamazu. You charge 1
right.
Sensu Bean. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Like,
like I do think that if Bojack gets touched, Bean becomes very much more important, and you are forced to
yeah,
use Bean defensively. You
yeah.
won't use Bean offensively anymore. So a lot of people have been mad about using Bean offensively so much because it extends so much. Like for example, let's use Soul Striker. Soul Striker on the Awakened side, I swing untap 2. I can use energy again, Bean untap 2.
Yep.
It just keeps going. But with Bojack, like you said, with Bojack getting touched, I do think that you use Beam more defensively to where that's the only way Blue Yellow then survives and then gets
Yeah.
to where it needs to be.
Well, with me, what I was thinking about Bojack is that um, if they were to make it where just on him in general, if you choose to use his ages and you pitch a card, either
Mhm.
they could do it where you have to pitch 2 no matter what. So even if you pitch a duel, that only counts as 1
Just one.
color. Just like when you sell Surge, you know what I mean, to
Yeah, it
Awaken.
only counts as one color. I
So
mean
either
that's a good point. That's a good errata.
Yeah, so either that, or if you don't do that and affect the ages effect, and you ages with the Bojack, it's either choose one. Either you draw 1 or you tap 2. So the biggest complaint with Gohan why he's so good is you got a big hand. But what a lot of people don't know, because I've been playing it forever, is that even if I got 10 cards in hand, without Sensu Bean or without the Bojack on board, if they remove them, majority of my hand is 0 combo power. So if I'm at 3 life, you could probably kill me if I'm tapped out. And even if I freeze it, you could work around and still kill them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so like with the hand size problem is that if you pitch for Bojack and pitch a duel, you could only choose to either draw or untap 2, which everybody most likely will untap 2. Because why pitch to draw unless you're funneling? But that's not worth it.
Right.
So by pitching and not being able to draw and just restand 2, his hand size is gonna go lower and lower and lower. It's gonna
Right.
make it that much easier to keep up or kill him.
Right.
But with Gohan, majority of the decks, like it's a lot of 1 plus 10k combo. You know what I mean?
That was great. That was so great. It was so great. It was so great. Okay, so outside of Bojack, you now have what was the other two? A17, and you also are people are calling for Fu Shrouded.
Yeah.
Pikachu.